In August of 2021, Joe Biden and the Democrats presided over the most disastrous American retreat in modern times. In Afghanistan, we saw chaos. We saw Bagram Air Base abandoned to the Taliban. We saw Afghans clinging to the wheels as planes took off. And we saw 13 American servicemen and women murdered. It was utter disaster. And the subsequent evacuation was both over-inclusive and under-inclusive. It was under-inclusive in that we left behind Afghans who had risked their lives supporting the U.S. military. And it was over-inclusive in that the Biden administration did, at best, half-assed vetting that put the American people in danger. In a span of just a few days, the Biden administration carried out the largest importation of foreigners in American history, bringing more than 120,000 people, including tens of thousands of unvetted Afghans, into the United States. Mr. Baker, you're the acting inspector general at the State Department. Approximately how many Afghan nationals were ultimately brought to the United States?
Senator, according to visa statistics, about 145,000 visas and U.S. refugee admission program admissions occurred. Secretary Blinken identified 124,000 evacuees out of Kabul as the number. However, we were never able to verify that number despite 8 months of work with Department of Defense OIG colleagues.
And your office found serious breakdowns in coordination, record keeping, and accountability, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
And most of those individuals were admitted through mass parole, not through fully vetted visas. Is that correct?
That I can speak to the State Department piece of that, and I believe I don't have the numbers for my colleague.
77,000 were paroled into the United States.
And the numbers are stark. Of the 77,000 you just mentioned, more than 70,000 had no prior lawful immigration status and were paroled into this country. Mr. Adelman, you're the Deputy Inspector General of Audits for the Department of Homeland Security. Your office has documented that the vetting process for this population was rushed, fragmented, and incomplete. Is that correct?
Correct.
Because of that rushed process, terrorism-related indicators and derogatory intelligence were not fully resolved prior to entry. Is that correct?
We identified 2 individuals who, it turned out, had derogatory information and later had to be removed from the United States due to national security concerns.
According to intelligence assessments, approximately 2,000 of these evacuees had terrorism-related ties or derogatory intelligence indications. Because the vetting was rushed and fragmented, those indicators were not fully resolved before entry. And worse, there was no systematic, sustained follow-up after entry to determine who actually posed a threat. Even so, with only cursory post-entry review, law enforcement has already identified at least 55 Afghan evacuees who were confirmed or suspected terrorists. 55. Mr. Adelman, these 55 individuals were not uncovered through a comprehensive screening system. They were identified despite the absence of one. Is that fair to say?
I can't speak to the 55, but I can say that there were challenges in the screening and vetting process.
So if only cursory scrutiny uncovered 55 confirmed or suspected terrorists, isn't it reasonable to conclude that additional risks may have gone undetected among the remaining population?
That was our concern.
And the gravest danger wasn't limited just to those we managed to identify. On November 26th, just blocks away from the White House, an Afghan national paroled into the United States by Joe Biden opened fire on National Guard service members standing watch over our Capitol. 20-year-old Guardsman Sarah Beckstrom was shot and killed at her post. Guardsman Andrew Wolf was critically wounded, and the most chilling truth is this: the November 26th Afghan attacker in Washington, D.C. was not among the 2,000 individuals flagged by intelligence assessments. He was not among the 55 confirmed or suspected terrorists. We have young Americans in uniform doing their duty, who should not have been shot and should not have died. For years, we've been sounding the alarm, and for years, the Biden administration looked the other way and endangered every American in this country.